Hello, YouTubers. Jim here again. Let's see if you're interested in this. We're going to talk about the Miata engine, the 302 Windsor 347 stroker engine that I built for the car. I'm having a hard time trying to find a manifold. The reason why I'm doing this video for YouTube is for educational purposes of eBay or different auctions, swap meets, yard sales, etc., etc. I had recently been outbid on several intake manifolds on eBay for the past year. This is what's holding me up. I cannot get an intake manifold. I would like to get a tunnel ram, small block Ford, vintage, not new. I would like to get a vintage one. That's what's holding me up. And yes, I can get a new one. I can afford one, but I just don't want it. I don't want you to understand that. So that's what's holding me up. Again, if I can't find a tunnel ram, then I would like a dual quad intake manifold. So let me see. There's a white box right there. That white box is the air cleaner for a tunnel ram, dual quad, or dual manifold intake. So if you look down below my left hand shoulder, you may see a dual quad intake manifold. Let me tell you the story about this right here. Starting May 27th of 2020, I had purchased a brand new dual quad setup for Harleys intake manifold for a 289 302 Edelbrock intake. Because of COVID-19, or the epidemic, those places are shut down. There are no intake manifolds available. That's why I'm doing this video. Edelbrock was in the process of casting me a brand new intake manifold, and I had paid for it cash money. They said, you know, basically nothing. Why? Because I went through a third-party vendor, which is Jegs. I went through the Jegs company. Not very well communication with them. So all that month goes by. Jegs said that they were gonna check into it. They said it would finalize at the 25th. Well, 25th of June has passed and come and gone. So now 2 months waiting for an intake through Jegs with Edelbrock that I've paid cash money for, and no intake manifold. Though they got their cash. So I called them a couple of days ago. Matter of fact, today is Thursday, July, I believe the 2nd or something like that, or the 3rd. So I called Saturday evening, actually all day on the phone with Jegs, no response. And the only thing I could get was due to COVID-19. We are experiencing shipping and delays and yada yada yada. Horse shit, okay? It's a big conspiracy. It's horse shit, okay? I'm the only guy out there spending money with these fucking companies, and I can't stand it. I spend thousands of dollars, thousands, tens upon tens of thousands of dollars a year with 5 companies, and they tell me that horse shit, it's crap. Even on a good day without an epidemic, it's still the same pitch. So, canceled my order. My money is going to be back there in my account probably tomorrow. And people don't talk about this on YouTube about the money. So, Saturday morning, I woke up at 6:30, and I was on the phone all the way up until 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday trying to get a hold of Jegs to cancel my order. Why? Because I found this on eBay. Let me tell you something. A brand new Edelbrock dual quad intake manifold for a Windsor engine was $475 cash money, which is not available until they cast it at Edelbrock. Okay, you pompous jerk-offs, you have lost America because of that. That shit was readily available every day and any day of the week. It doesn't matter if there was a goddamn virus or not. Okay? Now they are obsolete. You want to help America? Help your shit get together with producing stuff and put it on the shelf until someone buys it, so we don't have to wait any longer. So now I'm stuck with this old piece of garbage. That's a piece of garbage right now. It's a early, I don't know, I have no idea what the day, let's call it 70s, probably early 60s, whatever. It's an Offenhauser dual quad setup for a small block Ford. And it's got the small bolt pattern for the intake bolts for the carbs, which do not fit a Holley carburetor. Now that right there threw a major wrench in the gears. There is special products are required for these intake manifolds that are not available. One of them, I found a set of carb spacers that supposedly mounts the carb sideways. They're not for Holleys, even though it says for Holleys. I've checked. There is no capabilities of running a choke, manual or electric, or any vacuum secondaries on the 4-barrel. You would have to get non-vacuum secondaries, fully mechanical, without any linkage clearance. The linkage with those would be mounted to the front of the distributor, which hits the distributor, which is not going to work, and the back, and in some cases might hit your firewall. So right out of the gate, they're obsolete. There are a lot of these intake manifolds on eBay, and the reason why is because nobody can mount carburetors to them. The standard Holley carburetor, or a 4150, 4160, Demon, Dominator, doesn't matter, will not fit that manifold. This is my vacuum secondary. I love vacuum secondaries. When I hit my Hemi in the Jeep with the vacuum secondaries on a 4-barrel, it's a head snapper, okay? You can get whiplash, it's so awesome. And that's what I like. That's the way an old Quadrat used to run. Used to woo woo, you know, but you youngsters don't know that. I still own my first car and it still had the same thing on it. And I could get in it anytime I want and love that. Feel the torque right out of the gate. So what are we gonna do with this shit? Right out of the gate, this thing is a pile of shit. It's a pile of shit. You know why? Because some knucklehead decided to cut the plane out of it. This one is so butchered. It's so butchered that I'm gonna TIG weld this all back together, make it right again. Why? Because that's what I do. There are some scumbags on eBay selling trash. Well, the people that wanted the shit are either dead or dying. It's obsolete. I paid $212 for this intake. $40 to ship it. Why? Why not? Because that scumbag or a lot of others can't fix it and I can. So I'm gonna go right through this. I'm gonna take this out in a couple minutes. Since it's a little after 3 on a Thursday, I just had this delivered about 25 minutes ago through the mail. I'm gonna make this thing look brand new in less than 25 minutes. I'm gonna go outside and sandblast the thing. And by the time you see this, it'll look brand new. And then all I have to do is hit it with the TIG welder, fix that, and make it brand new. Now here comes the issue. How do I get a set of Holley carburetor 4160 platforms to fit on that intake manifold? Well, that is going to be the challenge. That is going to be a challenge. There is a possibility that I could mill these runners down and move the carburetor over to one side with a little TIG welding in between, and I can do that. So that's a possibility. I do like this. But anyways, this is another score on eBay. $25 for a match set of early 80s, 70s Mr. Gasket carb spacers. And these ones are 3/4 inch, I believe. So that's a match pair. Excuse me. Match pair right there. These look like shit too, but we'll clean those up. So we're going to use those probably. If I don't use those, I'm going to end up making a whole new platform for a 4160 platform, or a match set of 4160 with mechanical secondaries, manual choke carburetors. By the way, these are 600 CFM. That's another problem why the people have a lot of these intakes and nobody can use them, because it requires match set of low CFM carburetors. And why am I using a 600 match set? Matter of fact, the list number on these I believe is like 1850. So I have a match set of 1850s 4160 platform Holley carburetors, and the reason why I'm using that 600 is because they're plentiful. There are so many of these carburetors out on the market. Christ, you can get them at a yard sale, and you can pick them up for $25, 50 bucks. I think I got the last one for $25, and then I paid 50 bucks for one of them, 75 for a really nice one, still in the box like new. Couldn't beat that. You know, guy wanted 100, I gave him 75. But that's what I'm running. I got one of those on my Hemi engine, and it runs flawlessly. I have no issues. I don't know why so many people have issues with a 600 4160, just because the valve plate is a little smaller than normal. Okay, if you want something bigger, build a bigger engine and get a bigger carburetor. But there's no reason for this. So match set of 600s would be 1200 CFM and a 347 stroker small block Ford 1974 Windsor engine in a Miata. I don't know what else to have to say about that one. You tell me. Comment, leave a question, because I would like to see what people out there really think about obsolete parts and how not to use them and how to use them. Because this, again, was $212. I'm going to make that to this with a pair of 4160 match 600s. Have a good day, you YouTubers. Okay? I love to freaking mess around with this shit. Good day.